There's a concept called Wu Wei, which doesn't mean doing nothing or being passive, but rather it means not forcing anything you do. When we watch an artist, whether a dancer, actor, or musician, we can instantly tell when their performance is forced. It feels unnatural, artificial. Many who study Taoist teachings mistakenly believe that Wu Wei means to be lazy or always passive, but that's not true. There are times for action. For example, in judo, you only use your strength at the right moment, when your opponent is off balance, adding just a little force to throw them across the room. You never use muscle at the wrong time. Shakespeare understood this concept well, as seen in his line, "There is a tide in the affairs of men, which taken at the flood, leads on to fortune." Wu Wei is about understanding the flow of things and going with it, like the art of sailing instead of rowing. Laozi, in his book, said that true virtue has no intention to be virtuous, and thus is virtuous. In contrast, inferior virtue tries too hard to be virtuous, and thus is not. Similarly, real Wu Wei is not about deliberately trying to be Wu Wei, but simply being it. On the other hand, those who try too hard to be Wu Wei fail to achieve it. This isn't about cultivated passivity or even cultivated spontaneity. Some people think they've realized they are one with the Tao, that they embody the essence of the universe beyond all description or thought. They think, "I'm that, so now I can do whatever I want." But then they just end up doing the opposite of society's rules, which is still following society's rules, just in reverse. That's not spontaneity. To understand what you really want, you need to be very quiet and let it reveal itself. We're already in heaven, because Earth is like a spaceship, and space is heaven. In Chinese, it's called Kung, or Gu, which means the void. This void, though it appears to be nothing, is the foundation of the universe. To truly see this, you must become like a child again, curious, open to the mysteries of the world. As children, we wonder about what lies beyond the stars, about things that never end, about time and eternity. These thoughts excite us because they hint at something infinite, but as we grow up, we're taught to stop admitting that the world is strange, even though we know deep down it is. To rediscover this as an adult, you have to become like a child again, which means setting aside your ideas and opinions for a moment, all your philosophical and religious views, all your logic. I'm not asking you to abandon them permanently, just to suspend them temporarily for an experiment. Imagine for a moment that red isn't red, blue isn't blue, hard isn't hard, and soft isn't soft. There's just the raw experience of things. You can't force yourself into this perspective because your habitual way of thinking will keep coming back. But treat these thoughts as if they were just passing clouds or waves in the ocean. They're there, but they're not the essence of things. Don't worry. This isn't an anti-intellectual viewpoint. We'll bring logic and reason back later when we need them. But for now, let's simplify. Close your eyes and just listen. What do you really, truly, honestly hear?